In this video, I took an AI-generated image and turned into a fully refined luxury perfume website. This is real-life workflow I use, and this is the UI I designed in this video. But one small choice almost changed the entire feel of the design, and I will show you after we are done with the structure. Most AI designs fall apart in the final stage, and that's exactly what we are fixing in this video. I am starting on Pinterest to understand the visual language of luxury perfume. Looking for patterns, legs, bottle shape, color, their lighting. Once I have a direction, I move to ChatGPT to write the detailed prompt for the bottle. I focus on material, glass structure, stubber color and lighting that feels premium. This is the prompt we're gonna use to generate image in Nano Banana. Now I paste this prompt into Google Gemini to generate the image. At this stage, the goal is not about perfection, it's about creating a strong hook for the design. This design already seems good, now let's push it a little bit further by adding more details into it. I am going to change the bottle shape to rectangle form to give it more bulky and boxy presence. And update the bottle cap to a stubble golden color. Yes, this final output looking solid, and now we are going to use this image for our final design. After that, I will remove the bottle background and prepare it for the next stage. Let's find the cloud PNG and edit it in Photopea to adjust the hue, so it perfectly matches the bottle shadow and enhance the overall visual harmony of our design. After that, I open Figma and start by creating a desktop frame. I import the cloud PNG and use the color picker to sample the shade directly from the cloud. I apply this color to the frame background and turn it into a soft gradient, so the cloud blends naturally with the background and create a sky-like effect. The background already starts to feel calm and very composed. Next, I import the perfume bottle image generated using Nano Banana. I position the bottle between the cloud, so it feels like it's emerging from within them. This gives the layout depth and make product feel very impressive. With that, the basic framework of the design is complete. And now it's time to add the branding into it. I open Google Gemini and generate a logo using a simple minimalist prompt. Once the logo is ready, I import it into Figma. Let's resize the logo. After that, right next to it, I am adding our brand name. Now using color picker so that I can use same color as our logo. I open the plugin option and use Iconify to add menu icon. Then convert it into a component and adjust its color to match the logo for consistency. Let's put it into top right corner of our design. With this, our navigation bar is ready. After that, I move on typography and CTA button. I use ChatGPT to generate a tagline for our brand. And once I find a line that fits the brand tone, I bring it into a design. And adjust the font and text size. In the bottom right corner, I design the CTA button. For that, I creating a rounded rectangle and placing an arrow icon inside it to keep the look smooth and minimal. This round edges of the button seems good. Finally, I design the main hero heading by placing the brand name behind the bottle. This adds scale and presence without overpowering the product. At this point, entire design phase is complete. Up until now, everything you are seeing is completely static and it's already seems good, but this isn't enough. Because what comes next is motion, the motion which brings this entire layout to life. Now I open the Jitter plugin and select the entire frame. Once everything is selected, I click on Open in Jitter, which takes entire design directly into Jitter web interface. Inside Jitter, I start by selecting perfume bottle because that's the visual focus of the page. For the animation, I choose a mask within sliding effect and set the direction from the bottom. This makes the bottle feel it's emerging from between the cloud rather than just appearing on the screen. I set the animation duration of 2 seconds. At first, the movement feels a bit too fast, so I adjust the easing to swing. That slightly bounce at the end makes the motion feel softer and more composed, instead of mechanical. Once the bottle animation feels right, I move on next text element. I selected the main H1 heading and gave it a slide in motion as well. But I delay the timing so it starts only after the bottle animation finishes. This creates a clear visual hierarchy and guides the viewer attention naturally. Next, I animate the tagline and the CTA button. Their animation timing matches the H1 heading, so everything comes together without feeling rushed or chaotic. Nothing overlaps unnecessarily and each element gets its movement. At this stage, I am not trying to add complexity. I am focusing on flow, timing and resistance. The motion feels good here, but it's still just a preview. To make it real usable interface, the same thing need to exist in Figma itself. And that's what I'm going to set up the next. Now I'm back inside Figma. In the first frame, I remove the H1 heading and footer, so only the background and bottle remains. This helps me focus on animating one element at a time. Next, I select the perfume bottle and move it down, below the frame. This lets me recreate the same exact motion we tested earlier. I duplicate this frame and in the second frame, I bring the bottle back to its original position. Then I switch to prototype mode, set the trigger to after delay and give it short delay of around 200 milliseconds. For the animation, I choose sliding and enable matching layers so the movement stays consistent. The motion still feels a bit stuck, so I change the curve to a custom spring and adjust the value until it feels smooth and natural. Once that's done, I hit play and make sure animation flows the way I expect. And it does. Now it's time to animate the rest of the element. I duplicate this frame again and in the third frame I place the element exactly where they should end after the animation. To animate the heading, I make a copy of the H1 and move it outside the frame. Then I create a frame same size of the text. Place the heading inside it and remove the background color. After that, I move the text slightly below the frame so it can slide in naturally. I bring this frame heading into second frame and switch back to prototype mode. I connect the frame second to the third one. Set the trigger to after delay and give it very small delay. And change the ease to slow. Now when I preview the animation, everything comes in exactly as planned. The motion feels controlled, the timing feels intentional, and the overall experience stays calm and clean. All the resources are linked in description below. If this video helped you to understand how to turn an AI output into a website, consider subscribing to get the more workflow like this.